Hello everyone and welcome to our highlights for the SAP SuccessFactors first half of 2026 compensation release. I'm your guide from Veritas Prime, and today we're looking at how this update maximizes agility and data governance. We have some exciting updates to cover, from strategic mass actions to critical security changes. As always, if you have questions about how these features impact your specific environment, please reach out to the Veritas Prime team. We are here to help you navigate these changes. First up is a heavy hitter for strategic agility: advanced mass actions in executive review. Planners can now adjust compensation values across a filtered group of employees simultaneously. And more importantly, they can see the budget impact in real time before applying changes. For example, imagine you are in executive review and want to bring a group of employees up to the guideline maximum. Instead of updating each employee one by one, you can apply the change in bulk and see how it affects your budget. This saves time and helps reduce errors during critical review discussions. Next, we have a major win for admin efficiency. You can now upload XML templates directly in Compensation Home. This removes the needs for backend provisioning access for routine updates. A common use case is during testing, when you need to make quick updates to a template. Instead of waiting on someone with backend access, you can upload the file yourself and validate changes immediately. This speeds up iteration cycle and gives more control to HR admins. On the compliance side, budget rule validation is now available in executive review. Previously, this validation only applied at the worksheet level. Now, the system can warn or block users if adjustments exceed defined budget limits during the review process. For example, if a leader attempts to approve increases that go over the budget, the system will flag it right away. This helps prevent budget overruns from moving forward in the process. The next update is a mandatory action. Reward statements permissions are now managed through the full profile. Legacy permissions will not automatically carry over, so this requires review. For example, if permissions are not updated, employees may not be able to access their compensation statements after they are generated. To avoid issues, it is important to validate this early. To improve manager visibility, you can now enable email notifications when statements are generated. For example, once statements are released, managers receive a notification letting them know their team members now have access. This helps managers stay informed and better prepare for compensation conversations without needing to manually check the system. For operational efficiency, SAP has introduced mass recall of statements via file upload. This is especially useful when errors are identified. For example, if a group of employees receive incorrect information, you can recall up to 20,000 statements at once using a simple CSV file instead of handling them individually. This allows for a fast and controlled response. Finally, we have a high impact feature: enhanced custom formulas in variable pay. You can now use if logic directly within the formula editor, allowing you to manage more complex bonus structures in a single formula. For example, you can define different bonus calculations based on employee level, all within one formula instead of multiple formulas or rules. This simplifies configurations and makes it easier to maintain over time. Here is your Veritas action plan. In the next 30 days, focus in Phase 1. Verify your reward statements permissions and enable budget rule validations. As you prepare for your next cycle, look at empowering your planners with tools like mass actions and statements recall. Overall, this release introduces practical improvements that can make your compensation cycle more efficient and easier to manage. If you have any questions or want to explore how this feature fits in your environment, feel free to reach out to the Veritas Prime team. We are here to ensure your first half of 2026 update is a success.